to this brand new series of practical Gundog training. My name's Nick Ridley and I've got little Twig out here today. So what we're going to do is a little bit of ladder training. I like to use this exercise to teach the dogs to run in a nice straight line. I find it's a lot more efficient when they're retrieving, when I'm out shooting over them, if I can get them to run a nice straight line if I need to, out onto a retrieve. So I've come out to set my dummies out. I'm going to set my furthest one. I'm going to use a blue and white one. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that dogs can see blue and white, or blue more than anything else. These are RRT target dummies, as I said, high contrast. They've got a dark and a light band around, or a white band around them. My favourite dummies by far. They're made of cordura rather than canvas. They're really well made, don't rot, and last forever. They're available from Full Pit Limited. I'll give you a link at the bottom. Normally I'd stand them up on end. They stand up really well. It's quite windy today, so rather than keep falling over, I should just lay them down. That's the other joy of the placeboard there. You can see Twig's nice and solid on it. Tries with little cockers, sometimes they just creep. And you sit them up and you turn your back on them and you think, oh, did she move? Didn't she move? Well, I know she moves off the placeboard now because obviously I've got a fixed area for her. Good girl. I'm never too quick to send them. Just take your time. It's not a race. So a couple of things I'm going to have to watch out for. When I send her for that first one, I've got to watch out she doesn't run on to the second dummy. There's a good chance of that. So I'll be on my recall whistle, getting her turned away from that. And that's obviously very useful in practical terms, because if I send her for a bird in the future and there's another one that lands, I want to be able to get her back off of that really quickly. So this is all good practice for perhaps later in the year when hopefully we'll be ready and get to shoot a few birds over you. Right, we'll send her for this first one. Fetch it. I'm ready for when she picks that up. Good girl, well done. Good. Now you may have noticed there, I just moved my right leg to the side of the board. Now normally when I'm using a placeboard, I'd stand behind the board so it acts like a little runway. If you watched any of my earlier placeboard videos, I would have explained that. But Twig has a little habit where she runs around the back of me and then sits in front of me, and I'm just trying to iron that out. So by me just moving my right leg to there, I'm just blocking that from happening. And you saw that, it seems to be quite effective at the moment. I just want to break the habit that she's got into, get back to where she should be, because she knows she's got to sit in front of me. It's just something that's developed. And you know, the placeboard's something that I will go back to over and over again. It's not something I've used, it's something I use. And even at 2 years old, I'll still go back if I need to just iron a little issue out. Anyway, we'll set it for the second one now. Fetch it. Nice straight line out on that one. Lovely. No need for a recall whistle, she's coming straight back. And a nice delivery. Good girl, well done. Good girl, good. Just slowing everything down. I don't want to get too excited about thinking, oh, I've got one. I know that she's done this before a few times. So she does get a little bit excited if she thinks she's being sent for another one. So this just instills a bit more steadiness in her. When I'm ready, I shall send her. Fetch it. Send her for number 3 now. Nice straight line out. Nice. Decided she's going to go off in the long grass. So there's a good reason why I don't always use my recall whistle when they're coming back. I use it like an invisible lead. Like she went off onto that long grass then, and it was almost like a tug. No, you come back here. Don't quite know what that was about, but you've got to be ready for little things like that. Like this last one's quite a long way up. So I'll give a bit more of a positive command on this time. Just need to turn her around a bit. That's it. I want to sit. Sit. 2 things. I want her to be sat down and I want to face in the direction I'm sending her. Press it. Nice line out. Straight out to it. Another look at that long grass. Good girl. Here. Here. Nice. And the other thing I'm really working on is just calming her down after each retrieve. Good girl. She likes having her chest stroked. Goes right back to when she was a puppy. And look, nice high head carriage, which just helps with those deliveries. Good girl, that was nice. So there you go. That's my ladder training. We'll keep working on that, increasing the distance. My next step with this, once she's absolutely nailed this, we'll move on to some rough areas, and she'll have to do exactly the same thing in the rough grass, so I'll do a little video on that next time. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up and a like, and share it if you want to. My name's Nick Ridley, and this was Twig, and this was Practical Gundog Training.